Yo, what's good everyone, and welcome back to another video on Genshin Impact's latest news, updates, and leaks. Now, I want to get this out of the way immediately. There's been a rumor going around that Diluc, Venti, and Fischl are getting nerfed. Don't buy into that yet. Don't worry. If you're still getting carried, or if you're still wanting to get your Venti before, the event ends, and you're worried about him getting nerfed, I don't think it's gonna happen. I guess there's a slight chance that it could be true, but I'm pretty sure this is just another one of those fake little, Discord posts or whatever that's just going around with no evidence to back it up. So for now, don't buy into it and don't worry about it. Your Venti is still going to carry you like crazy. I think the leak, supposed leak, rumor, whatever you want to call it, claimed that they're mostly going to be their attack speed is going down, and that was it. There was no actual info, so I'm just gonna say don't buy into it yet. I really do highly doubt it's real, but we do have actual brand new news that is very exciting in my opinion. We got a Dendro character. You know what? We just had 4 characters leaked. We just got a 5th one, and this one's another lolly, but they're a Dendro character, so it doesn't matter. We need a Dendro character. We only have literally everything else. We don't have one Dendro character yet, and we don't know when she's gonna come, but she is coming, and that's all that matters. We are gonna get somebody who can help you with those annoying Hydro Mage shields. Hopefully she can just completely obliterate them. Who knows? But she's very cute, and in this official art by the Genshin Impact team, you can see her hanging out with Chi-Chi and Paimon at a mid-autumn festival. Again, all this info has been posted by Xinyan, so go check him out, or her, sorry, I keep saying that. Go check them out over on Twitter. If you don't want to wait for videos and stuff and you want to see it like when it comes out, just go follow them. They post this news pretty often, it seems, and it's accurate so far. It's been, it looks like it's all pretty accurate. This was leaked from a data mine from the closed beta testing that is currently going on, so this is real. This is very, very real. We are getting finally a Dendro character, and I could not be more excited. Who knows if she's gonna be a 4 or 5 star, but she's the only Dendro character we have at the moment, or will have, and I'm not complaining in the slightest. Moving on to the next thing that just got leaked the other day, again, posted by Xinyan. This is going to be a cool new system. It is called the Reputation System, or I guess they think that it could be an event as well, but I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a permanent feature. What it is basically you do bounties or request or just missions for them, and you will get this reputation level that will increase from you either doing quest or bounties or just exploring the region, it seems. So very interesting feature coming out. It's gonna give you a new mining outcrop search, which I assume, big assumption there, is with the expeditions. So when you send your people out, it's just gonna give you another area that you can mine and get new crops. Or not crops, sorry, new rocks. At level 4, it looks like you get merchant discounts in Mondstadt, which is great. And then at level 8, you unlock some new pair of wings. They look phenomenal. I'm very excited for them. And I guess also I should mention that at level 7, it looks like you get a new name card background. It's all up on the screen. You can see everything that you get between levels 2 and 8. I'm gonna assume it doesn't go past 8, but I guess it could. So cool little feature coming. I'm assuming it's also going to be in Leiyu or Liu, however you want to say it. I'm assuming it's also going to be there. We just don't have any news on that yet, but very cool and very welcome. I know it's another thing to level up, but you get a pair of wings and you get a little discount. I don't know. It's a win-win situation for me. Gives me more content, more things to do. Now, moving on to one last thing. I don't know how important this is. To me, it doesn't really matter too much, but I guess I should bring it up. It does look like there's going to be a little fight between the player and Childe. There's just not really much to talk about it. It's all he posted was this, so you can see it on the screen. It's just two little, one's a screenshot and one looks like it's an asset rip. Yeah, again, not really too much there, but I guess it was worth mentioning. Now, going back onto the 4 characters that were, leaked in the last video that we talked about, unfortunately there is no news on Diona, but we do have news on Zhongli, Childe, and Xinyan. So we'll go and talk about them all over again, so it's all in one video, and instead of 2 separate videos, and you'd have to go watch the other one. So, starting off with Zhongli, the new Geo character 5-star that's coming out. My assumption is he's going to be another banner event character, just like Venti was, because in case you don't know, I guess this is slight spoilers. I'm pretty sure he's the Geo god, so just like how Venti was the Animo god, this one's a Geo one. Some pretty cool gameplay was leaked. That, I guess you're gonna have to go watch the last video if you want to see that. It was very short. You just get to see him, how he works and everything. And then I believe we talked about his constellation, at least the first 4 levels, and his elemental burst, which was an AoE Geo construct that resonates with other Geo constructs. Secondly, his constellations between 1 and 4. We did talk about those, but again, I'm just going to re-talk about them again. His first constellation creates 2 Geo constructs instead of 1. Kind of cool. You just get 2 of them, I guess. Constellation 2 gives nearby characters shields when they are near his Geo construct. That makes him, I assume, a pretty good support character, and with the new stuff that's coming out that I'm going to be talking about momentarily, he definitely seems more like a support character. I mean, obviously he's probably DPS, but looks like he has a pretty big chance of being support and partially a healer. So his Constellation 4 gives him his ultimate 20% increase in his AoE range, and also extends Petrify for 2 more seconds. So here's the actual new news. Those things that we just talked about, that was all in the last video. This one is all new. This happened after I was making the video. So passive talent 1, 2, and 3 were now leaked. When his shield takes damage, the shield effect gets stronger by 5%, and that can stack 5 times. So the shield effect, I guess, will be able to get 25% stronger if it just keeps taking damage. Passive number 2, elemental burst damage, deals extra damage depending on Zhongli's max health. I guess it does based on 20% of his max health. The wording is a bit odd, but it does look like it deals more damage, and the damage is based on 20% of his max health. So the more health he has, the more elemental burst damage he will do. His passive talent number 3, this one seems very situational, and I guess it's very specific to him. I don't see it being too useful, but I guess maybe someone can think of it being better. I don't know. I assume the only use for this is when you're trying to refine a very specific spear that you're making for him, or I guess other characters. Because what it does is when you craft a spear weapon, 15% of the ore used gets returned. It seems a very situational and not really that good, but maybe I'm just, you know, too smooth-brained to see a very good use for this. And then going on to his constellation, because now we have Constellation 6 that got leaked while I was making the video. While his shield is in effect, 40% of the damage that was received gets converted into health. Recovery will not exceed more than 8% of the character's max health, though. So it looks like you can get over-healed by his 6th constellation. If you take in damage from his shields or whatever, it looks like it's gonna heal you, and it can go up to 8% over your max health. So that's kind of cool. Again, if you get enough of them, I guess he becomes partially a healer. Definitely a support character, and he's cool looking. So we take him. I hope I pull him, but lately I've been hoping I pull Childe, because Childe kind of looks a little bit cooler now. Speaking of Childe, we're going to move over onto his newest leaks and talk about the things that we talked about last time. So we saw the gameplay, and in case you don't know, Childe is a bow user that he actually has this really cool skill where he can basically switch from a bow into melee weapons. So he kind of conjures these this lance and these swords based on if a character is close enough. I believe that's how it works. So it says that Childe's ultimate is called Bow Stance. He shoots hydro arrows, AoE damage inflicted a certain status that I don't know if we know what it is yet, and after cast it returns a portion of the energy used. So kind of cool. Then he has Melee Stance, which is an AoE hydro slash. It activates the melee passive. The melee passive is when melee burst hits an enemy with this unnamed status. It will consume the status and deal extra water AoE damage. So he seems to be a very, like, if you're near him, you're gonna get kind of messed up, you know? And I believe we talked about that in the last video. I'm not 100% sure. But moving on to the things that we definitely didn't talk about were his passive talents. So, passive talent number 1 will extend that unnamed status's duration by 8 seconds. His passive 2 will, if normal or charge attacks do critical strike, it will inflict this unnamed status. I'm hoping it's, I mean, obviously I don't think it's wet because he would have said that. I'm kind of hoping for a bleed. I think that would be kind of cool, but again, we don't really know what it is yet. And so his passive 3 is actually pretty useful. Basically, it just increases the entire team's normal attack talent by 1 level. And I assume when you level up that talent, or hopefully you can level up that talent, I'm not 100% sure, because you can't always level up passives, I guess. But that one would be pretty useful, I imagine. Unfortunately, we don't see any of his constellation info as of right now, but who knows? Maybe when I'm done making this video, we'll have more info. And then moving on over to Xinyan, our little Pyro Great Sword 4-star character. She uses, well, obviously she uses a Great Sword, but she's also a bit of an instrumental type of character. She looks like a rock star, and I think her skills kind of play on that. Reading on to her skill, it's an instrument AoE pyro attack that creates a shield, and depending on the hit, the stronger the shield. So I'm not sure what that means exactly. My guess is probably if you get hit by pyro, it will become stronger. That's just my guess. She is a fire type, obviously. I'm assuming it's going to work similar to the mage's bubbles. So maybe if you get hit by fire, it becomes a bit stronger. I don't really know. Her 3 hit equals a level 3 shield. So I assume if it got hit 3 times by a fire move, it just becomes stronger. I mean, we literally have the bare minimum. Just with something called Grant Pyro, which it says 250 absorb boost against pyro attacks. So I assume if you get hit by a pyro attack, it will absorb it and it will give you a lot of health. Her burst is a guitar shockwave knockback concert effect. So basically just another AoE. Both her and Childe seem very AoE. You don't want to be near either of these two characters. Her passive 1, and unfortunately we didn't get to cover this last time, but her passive does reduce the number needed to hit when casting shield for higher levels. So level 2 will only require 1 hit, and level 3 would then require 2 hits instead of 3. Her passive 2 is a character under Jin's shield effect, deals 15% more normal damage. So basically if you're in her little bubble or her shield or whatever, you do 15% more damage. We take those. Her passive number 3 is if perfect cooking on a defense boosting dish, there's a 12% chance to obtain double the product. We've seen that before. I think Zhongli, the little chef girl that we have currently, that's also a pyro. She basically has the same thing, but it's attack boosting dishes. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get any new info on Diona, so that's really all we have in terms of these 3 characters. But I would say this was worth making a video. So, with that being said, hopefully this helped you. Give you some new info on the characters. We got a new Dendro character, which is very, very, very welcome. And we obviously have the new reputation system. Again, don't believe in the leaks. The fake leaks, at least. The ones that were referring to them getting nerfed. I don't see it happening. So, don't worry. If you still haven't gotten Venti, keep trying. Hopefully you'll get them soon. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.